Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I decided to change it up a little bit and kind of do a story time. I just kept on thinking about like what would be my next video, and basically I decided I want to talk to you guys about negative experiences that I've received about my body or the way I carry myself. Just some things, like some top things that have really stuck out in my mind, that kind of like how I base my attitude about now, and how these experiences have really changed who I am, and they've had something to do with who I am. So it is going to be a very personal video. If you guys don't like negative things or whatever, however you may feel, this video is not going to be for you. This is also not a video for sympathy or anything like that. It is literally a video I feel for inspiration for other women that are like me. Sorry, I say a lot. I don't know why. I basically want to make this video because there could be another girl out there like me, like a younger girl, or even women my age, that sometimes someone's words can really hit home. They really hit hard, I feel. And sometimes as a young woman, it's very hard to feel beautiful when you're constantly being put down. And that's kind of how I felt when I was a kid. I'm basically going to tell you guys some stories or some incidents that stick out in my mind on why I am so confident. And but if you guys want to hear about some of the ish that I've heard, just keep watching. Okay, so just like I said in the intro, I'm not telling you guys these experiences to get sympathy or anything like that. It is pretty much just to show you guys a little bit of backstory, some experiences that kind of made me me, and made me have the tough skin that I do have, able to laugh at myself, and also able to walk around in a crop top and not really give two about what anybody has to say. So basically, experience number one, I'm not gonna do like that because my nail is broken. Almost every video I feel like I record, I have a broken nail. Like, I need to get my life. I remember being in high school, walking down the hallway. I had to be like in 9th grade, or yeah, I believe in like 9th grade. And I remember walking down the hallway. I was walking to my class, and like there was like 3 girls that were behind me, and I was in front. I was by myself. I had already left my friends, and I'm walking to class. And I remember a girl being behind me, and she was like, that girl in front of us, I cannot stand her. I'm like, whatever. Like, there's nobody I think in high school that I pissed off that much, but whatever. But I remember the girl was just like, why? Her specific words was, she thinks she's skinny. I remember, like, I think giggling in my head, like, how, like, just thinking, like, how you gonna say somebody think that they skinny? Or it's either you are or you're not. Like, that's just your 2 options. And in high school, I definitely didn't have the confidence that I have right now. I didn't really wear tight jeans or anything like that. And if I did, I was a lot smaller than what I am right now. But I remember the girl just saying, oh, she thinks that she's skinny, and she's not. And that was the reason why she didn't like me. It's something like that, like literally one comment like that has stuck in my head, because I remember turning around and just like I wanted to see who was saying this to me, like who was saying this about me. And I remember turning around and I seen the girl, and I'm just thinking in my head, like, I think I've seen you in the hallway maybe a couple of times. I've never spoken to this girl. But I remember thinking, like, what? Like, I think I'm skinny. I definitely don't think I'm skinny. I definitely know I'm not skinny. But I remember thinking that's a reason to not like somebody, but for you not even to know me and to just think, that's why you didn't like me, because I thought that I'm skinny. But that one incident just sticks in my head, and I think it's because it baffles me when somebody honestly doesn't know you and they could just make such a quick judgment. And it wasn't like a harsh judgment. It was just like it was something I've never experienced before. And at that time, like how I've said it in my previous videos, in high school I was kind of like the funny fat girl, like in my clique, if you would. And obviously, again, not as confident as I am now. It kind of like caught me like, wait, what? Like, what? I remember later on getting dressed, like, you know, for different days or whatever, and just thinking like, okay, do I look like I'm trying to be skinny? And now that I think about it, it's how the hell do you look in the mirror and be like, oh, do I look like I'm trying to be skinny? Like, what? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's one experience that definitely sticks in my head. I have no idea why. Again, maybe because it's so strange for somebody to say and such like a weird thing to dislike somebody for. But that is number one that sticks in my head. Okay, so experience number two that sticks in my head. I remember I had a boyfriend. You know, at this age, you're all giddy because you have a boyfriend. I remember being on the phone with my boyfriend. He had his other friend three-wayed on the conversation, and we're all talking, whatever. His friend comes out of nowhere and is like, randomly, oh, Stephanie. And I'm like, yeah. He's like,
Do you know how pretty you would be if you lost maybe 10 to 15 pounds?
and I remember being so embarrassed that this kid had the nerve to say that on the phone. A, because I'm on the phone with my boyfriend. B, because he's basically saying right now that I'm not attractive. And C, it's just like, that is so embarrassing to say that to somebody when they're on the phone with somebody who they like and hopes that that person likes them, but their friend just told them that they're not pretty. Now, if that boy had the nerve to say that to me on the phone, then you know damn well he was saying that to him when it was just them two together. And what really hurt is that the boy at the time that who I was dating didn't say anything. Like, he completely act like the kid never said nothing. I remember hanging up the phone and just crying. Now that I think about it, had I would have hung up the phone and said no, I would have probably came at the kid like, I would have given him a little piece of my mind. But that really just, that was an experience that sticks in my head because it just shows how I deserve to be, like, it shows me how I deserve to be treated and how I am treated in the relationship that I am in right now. My husband would never allow anybody to comment about my weight to him, to anybody else, in front of me, regardless, behind my back. He would just never allow that. And I think that's like a number one thing. The whole point of being in a relationship with somebody is, you know, you like them for who they are. Granted, we were little kids. Do I hold it against that person? Hell no, because we were little kids. But at that time, you know, I already had issues with my own weight and everything. And for somebody to blatantly comment like that was kind of, it was kind of like, I don't know, it hurt my feelings a lot. And it definitely stuck with me now that I'm 25 years old and I still think about that person. And saying, you know, if you lost 10 to 15 pounds, you know how pretty it would be? If you lost 10 to 15 pounds, how pretty it would be. That's definitely a comment that sticks in my head. Obviously, I know if I lost weight, okay, I would be so pretty. That's in some people's opinion. Some people, in my head, I do want to lose weight. Do I want to lose a lot of weight? No, because I don't want to look like I have a big head. But definitely, of course, if I lost weight, do I think I would be more attractive in my own head? Yes, of course I would. But do I down myself now because I'm heavier? No, I don't. That's just an experience that sticks in my head. That's just a silly boy mistake. Like, silly, like, why? All right. So experience number 3, I remember the first time being told I cannot ride a ride. Like, being too big to ride a ride. It was one of the rides that clip in like this, and you know this part has to click into your seat part. Well, the two weren't clicking. And I remember me like trying so hard to push on it. The guy came over and tried to push on it, but he couldn't get it to strap. Then he looked at me. He was just like, "You're not going to be able to ride this ride. Like, you can't ride this ride." And I don't think he was trying to be offensive. He just basically told me like, "Girl, I'm not going to keep on trying. Like, you can't ride this ride." But that at that moment I realized how bad my weight had got. Again, this was like maybe 2-3 years ago. That my weight was just really, really out of control, and I was just eating basically for comfort and just going through different things. And I was just not acting my normal self, like definitely not where I am right now. But I was just eating basically to eat. And I remember not being told that I could not fit inside that ride, and I was just so embarrassed. I couldn't believe I was that one that couldn't fit in the ride. Pretty much these 3 core memories, what they have taught me is that you get over it. Like, life goes on. When those 3 things happened to me, I felt really bad about myself, and I really disliked myself. Now, 25 years old, my mindset has completely changed. I went from disliking my body, like really, really disliking my body, to loving who I am and embracing who I am. Along with me trying to, like, obviously, like, lose weight and everything, I try to embrace who I am and really try to hold myself to the best standard. Whether I don't walk around being embarrassed for who I am, pretty much. And that's what I want my channel, my vibe, to give out. I don't want anybody to be ashamed of who they are, whether, again, you are fat, you are skinny, medium, whatever you want to call yourself. You should never hate who you are. You only have one life to live, and live it up. Whether you're fat, you have stretch marks, and you have chichos like me. I live it up, and I do as I want. I wear as I want, say as I want. Whether you're skinny and you can walk around in a bikini, cheeks all hanging out, girl, go ahead and do you. But that experience sticks in my head because you ever just look at yourself one time and just be like, I didn't realize this is how far it got. You know what I mean? That at that moment, that's kind of where I stood. I didn't realize how bad it got, or where it was at, or where my weight had really gotten. That's why right now, if you follow me on social media or Snapchat or anything like that, you see me going to the gym, you see me like working out and everything. Where I lack at is the eating part, bro. Like, that's where I lack at. That's where I struggle at. But I love going to the gym. I love seeing different results. And just, your body changing up and everything. But at that time, I was definitely my heaviest. And I'm pretty sure I was with Miguel when the guy had told me. I'm pretty sure I was with Miguel. Because I remember him, like, I definitely was with Miguel. I remember him looking at me like, he felt bad. I could tell he felt bad. But at that moment, like, what do you tell somebody? You can't just be like, oh, okay, they say your shoes not allowed, let's go get you different shoes. You can't change that at that moment. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't. But that experience definitely stuck in my head. And hopefully you guys enjoy. And see you guys in my next video.